Hello everyone, hello YouTube. Today we are back with another car. It's been a week since we reviewed something, well not really, well it's been a week since we reviewed something, but not actually film, because we did the news in between the week. We'll be doing that every Tuesday, and as I said in the video,
cars are cars, and this is no exception this week when we look at one of Mazda's finest. RX-8, I hear you say? No. We're talking about
the Mazda 2.
The Mazda 2. One of life's joy, and you'll see it coming up later in the show. So, I will take Scooby-Doo on the space test in the back of the Mazda 2. Sound good, Scoob? Looking forward to it? Great stuff. We'll see you later. Let's look at what we've got here today. We're looking at one of Japanese's finest, the Mazda 2. This one has got a few modifications which make it slightly different. First thing you'll see is we've got the pedals lowered suspension, which has dropped the car about 2 or 3 inches, hugging it closer to the ground, giving the car a firmer ride. Not only making the car look better, but giving it a much more sporty appeal and drive. Coupled with that, as you can see, we've got the 15-inch alloys, aftermarket, not genuine Mazda, but I think with this colour combination it certainly adds some appeal to the overall look of the car. So come back, standing here, looking at it 45 degrees, what we see is a couple of things that just make the car look a bit sporty. Fog lights in the front, colour-coded mirrors, the rubber ducky area on top of the car, and if you just walk round to the back of it, this to me finishes the car off nicely with a genuine Mazda rear spoiler. Okay. This car's Metropolitan Grey is the colour. We've looked at the colour combination inside. Again, just added to that look of the whole car, giving it that dark, sultry type interior, giving it that sporty look and feel. Okay. So a couple of interesting things then. If we actually look at what's under the bonnet, we can start to see the business end. So the business end of this Mazda, look at that tidy little 1.5 litre engine. It's a great little car. Double overhead camshaft, 16 valve timing. Looks good. They've packed a nice little compact engine into this engine bay here, making it all look quite neat and tidy. Nice little trunk. Let's take it for a drive and see how we go. Picking up in the cabin of this car, Mazda have done quite a nice job. This isn't the top of the range Mazda 2, this is the Neo, but if you look at the dashboard, we've got that fresh look of the white dials coming through and giving it that modern look and feel. Just the way the speedometer cuts off the rev counter, again Mazda have done quite a nice job giving it that sort of chronograph feel. So the overwhelming design pattern here is circles. Even the gear shift here has got a nice circular pattern, circular drink holder, circular drink here as well. We've got the power plant for the music system here, and the one thing that you know with Mazda, as soon as you turn the key, even the radio is a very pleasant radio and says hello to you every time you get into the car. So turn on the key, you know this car is just going to start. Front wheel drive, steering is very light, economical as well. What you're looking at is, even with these high petrol prices you have today, we're looking at filling this tank up and about $40 to $50, and in today's money that is fantastic. So we're test driving this car in Sydney. One of the major drawbacks in Sydney is really just the inability to park anywhere. Parking He's a premium, especially at the beach. Summer's not kicked in, although it's a lovely fine day today. Summer's not kicked in, but when it does, everyone heads to the beach. Everyone loves to get to the beach. We are no exception, but when we go there, we like to take this car because there's always that cheeky little car space that none of the bigger cars can get in, because Sydney is still very much a four-wheel drive type of suburb, particularly in the east. Not too many have the small micro cars like this one. So what you see is a great economical car, extremely practical. Mazda's tried to make it look a bit more palatable than just a boring little small car. This car appeals to many different types of people. Great car for your 17-year-old daughter's first car for sure, your 17-year-old son for that matter. Great car for the working mum who has to juggle that busy life and pick up the kids from school. And you know, it's just a fun car. You know, with small cars these days, sometimes they get lost in the crowd, and sometimes they just seem a bit dull and just a little bit boring. I think Mazda have managed to keep that train of thought away from this car and still make it trendy. Amazingly so, again with this car, adding to the whole look and feel of it, is it's got quite dark window tinting. Window tinting doesn't make a car go faster, but what window tinting does is again just give it a little bit of an air of quality, like some of the larger, more luxury cars have. Certainly not a luxury car by any shape or fashion, but great fun. I have to admit, the sporty suspension on the car, yes, it brings it and makes it a tighter, firmer ride, particularly around the bends, but Sydney's never been known for its smooth roads, and as a result, that stiffness and firmness coming from the suspension can be really quite tedious. I don't know how long I would like to drive this car for. I have taken it in the past on a trip to Brisbane over 2 days, 8 hours per day type thing. It was fine, but it wasn't luxury, and because you're driving on the roads that allow you to drive at 110 kilometers an hour, you're really at the sort of limit of the power plant here. The 1.5, it's nippy, it's quick off the line, it's front wheel drive, but when you start to go over 100, this car certainly begins to shake a bit. It's not a racing car, that's not the purpose of this car at all. This car is designed with practicality in mind, and I think Mazda have just done a fantastic job. Mazda 2, check out the size of the boot. Well, not the biggest boot you're ever going to see, but I tell you what, fits your son's scooter in here, which is great. You can certainly get a week's shopping in there, and you can fold down the seats should you really wish to. All in all, not bad going. And another thing, this is Scooby-Doo. He's my dog. One thing that's very important to me is my dog must be able to fit in the car comfortably, and I want him to like it. Scooby, sit. Scooby, you look rather comfortable there. Do you give it the seal of approval? Thank you for that, Scooby.
Hello, we're back again. That was a very, very good review by Dad, but now it's time to rate the Mazda 2. But this isn't the place where it really comes in. Me and Dad have decided that because the coolness wall will probably have more cars on it after all the cars, because we'll be reviewing a lot more cars. So that means the Mazda 2 comes 10th, which is about there. So, but speaking of cool cars, the only thing cooler than cars is the way dog owners love their dogs. So that's it for today. Please rate, comment and subscribe. Hit those buttons. Please, that would be appreciated. And if you do that, if you do subscribe, you will never miss an episode of Have You Speed Your Pants. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good day.